Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tardis Zone on this Wednesday evening. Right, just before we start everything here tonight, I don't know what the hell is going on with The Mandalorian because we've got a few people that are very, very busy at the moment. So what I'm going to do is and because some of my panelists don't have their computer, we're going to do the Mandalorian review tomorrow instead. But tonight, we're going to talk about the Doctor Who rumour that I threw out this morning before I went to bed. And Bounding Into Comics, the lovely lads from Bounding Into Comics have reported on my news. So please do me a favour. If you see the Bounding Into Comics article, please share it. There will be people out there, as you know yourself, guys, that will try stop this news from getting out there. Now, I've already proven to everybody that my sources are legit. Now, for me to get this article written, I had to prove, well, I didn't have to prove, but I wanted to prove to Bounding Into Comics because they did an article before, and because there was an awful lot of backlash from you know who and a couple of others, and they had articles taken down because they didn't like what I had to say. I basically showed them me embargoed information, showed that I posted mine 15 minutes before the BBC. By the way, someone actually said to me, you do know it's illegal to release embargoed information, and my reply was this: I don't care. I don't work for the BBC, and I don't give a crap. That's why people give me this news, right? Because I've made it clear I don't give a crap. What's the BBC going to do? Sue me? Sue me for what? I don't even have 2 pennies to rub together. So they can do whatever they want. So the response of that person then was to run out in front, walk out in front of a truck, I was told. I was told to walk out in front of a truck because I do Doctor Who rumour and speculation. So for anybody that hasn't seen the latest video, I will show you. But I'm going to bring on a guest. Actually, I'm going to bring on a couple of guests because they're supposed to be here with me for The Mandalorian. So I better actually text Rabbi. I've sent him a link, but I better text him to let him know if he send you a link if you want to come on, buddy. Let's see if he's still awake, though. I didn't see the movie vault today. I don't know if they pre-recorded it or it was live, but I didn't see it up. So I don't know what Rabbi's done today. I know he's done a couple of videos. I just checked one out before we actually went live on the Chris Chibnall articles, about 14 articles in the last 24 hours, he was saying, from Radio Times, which is not unusual when we get Doctor Who news. Absolutely fantastic. And Problem Being is here, so I better bring him on just in case he crashes and leaves. And so
hello, testing.
You are good, mate. You're good. Actually, you're coming through quite well.
Oh, that's a surprise. Yeah, I'm using my iPad. I can't hear myself through my headphones, so I didn't know.
Right. Well, we can hear you. You're absolutely fantastic. Right. So what I'll do is, right, instead of reading out the rumors, I did a video, right, and it's monetized and stuff, and it's kosher. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play the video for you for anybody that hasn't seen the news, because I'm sick of repeating myself, to be quite honest with you, because I've got more news. Now, I'm debating whether to say it here live now or wait till later on to do another video and give it to the usual people so they can write about it, which would probably be the better thing to do, wouldn't it? But we'll see. We'll see how we get on.
Right.
Firstly, now, what am I looking for? There's the video. Right. So, actually, have I done this wrong? I bet you I have. Right. So, hold on. I've the screen.
You're boomering it.
You know me. I'm a bloody disaster. Right. So, there's my YouTube channel. So, here's the video. I'm just going to play the video for you. It's only 2 minutes and 7 seconds long. So check it out. Read the video as it's playing along, and let me know what you think in the chat, and then we'll discuss it.
Right.
So here we go. So here's the latest video for all of you lovely people out there that have been supporting me, and thank you all, by the way, for the support. It's been absolutely fantastic. But just give this a bloody second. This is typical of YouTube. This is. I got to share something, which is and then it takes ages to play. But right, so here we go. Hopefully now it'll play. Don't mind the music; it's copyright free. So. Again, I had to repeat it twice that this is rumour and speculation. So Chris Chibnall cast an actress to play an LGBTQI plus doctor. It doesn't matter. Her costume to be Indian inspired. You will find out why. This will be his third doctor. This doctor is another secret doctor, so she's another root kind of doctor. Again, I must stress, because some seem to not understand this, it's a rumour. 3 times now I've put a disclaimer. Just like I said with the Sontaran rumours until they were confirmed. So just want to make that clear. The actress chosen to play this new doctor. I'm waiting to see who it is. Here it is. Parminder Nagra, if I'm pronouncing her name right. She was the star of the ER. She was being in the ER. She's got a good CV. She was in Bend It Like Beckham as well, which I love. She was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., as you can see there as well. So she's an actress of caliber. So, we spoke about this last year. Do you remember I came up with the whole theory? Imagine Jodie's doctor somehow during the regeneration was kind of separated from, there was different parts of the doctor out there. Well, I don't know, man. It seems more and more every time I hear more of these rumors, it seems to be kind of something to that effect, or a multiverse or something. So there you go. That's basically the news. So a new actress has been cast, apparently, to play another secret doctor. So, the reaction on YouTube so far has been mostly positive, I have to say. By the way, I just want to say, though, right, because I have seen 1 or 2 people on Twitter and on Facebook say, well, I've seen interviews with Jodie Whittaker and I've seen interviews with Manny Gill, right? I just want to make this clear, right? Don't be listening to what Jodie Whittaker or Manny Gill say about staying or leaving on Doctor Who, right? We know as Doctor Who fans that whatever they say, it's not to be taken seriously, because Christopher Eccleston went around for weeks telling people how much he enjoyed playing the Doctor, and was basically still in the role when he wasn't. He was fired, right? David Tennant did a few interviews as well before he announced he was leaving to say that he was staying. Matt Smith, they've all done it. Peter Capaldi is the biggest example, though. After Chris Chibnall was announced as showrunner, Peter Capaldi came out in an interview to say he couldn't wait to work with the man because he'd worked with him on Broadchurch. What happened? 6 weeks later, Peter Capaldi was in the studio in BBC, crying his eyes out, talking about leaving Doctor Who. Okay, so I don't care what Manny says in interviews. I don't care what Jodie Whittaker says in interviews. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant, because for the simple fact of the matter is nobody knows what's going to go on, even the actors and actresses themselves. Now, as you know, Jodie Whittaker has been spotted in London, but there's a reason for that, and that's part of the news that I have that's coming tonight. Which will be which is a bit of an eye-opener for some people, it will be, but it's nothing too major. It's just the simple fact of the matter is that, right, I'll just tell you, right, so Jodie Whittaker apparently hasn't filmed that for Doctor Who yet, and there's no plans for her to film that until the new year, January. That's what I've been told. Hold on, what's the rest of the news? I'll get it for you now. I might as well just break it, and then I'll do a video later on. It's no big deal anyway. So hold on, we'll get them up, but just give me a second. Everything is running slow today, including Lee.
Oh yeah. That's
Where's the
me,
rabbi?
mostly.
He said, will you do me a favor? Try get in contact with Rabbi. I've sent him a message on Messenger.
I can't, because I can't access
All right.
him
Okay.
at the moment.
I'll try again now in a minute. Right. The wife is going to do it for me. Right. So, right. I'll read out. So, oh, by the way, apparently, Revolution of the Daleks, the last 5 minutes. Apparently, we've been told as fans to keep an eye on the last 5 minutes of that story. Apparently, there's going to be a big surprise. Now, we're trying to find out what it is, but right now, that's all we've been told. Listen, some people are being a bit coy right now at the moment because obviously, with filming beginning and all this, sources have to be careful now. You know, it's different when filming wasn't begun because anybody could be talking about rumors and speculation and stuff like that. When filming starts to begin, then you know these sources have to play it cool, and they have to be. Sometimes they're a little bit coy, which annoys me because you know yourself when they say stuff like that, and then I'm like, ah, oh, come on, can you not fill me in a bit more detail, right? So here we go. Where is it? So. So Jodie hasn't filmed 1 minute of Series 13. They're holding back filming of the Doctor until January, and there will be a special announcement apparently after Revolution of the Daleks. And then this was the thing that left me source baffled. When they were leaving, well, they got a little bit more information, but this line is what they were told, and the person wouldn't elaborate any further. So they were said that this is what was said. I was told it won't take them long to film someone sleeping.
Right. Okay, that's very cryptic, isn't it?
Yes, right. So as I said, the last 5 minutes of Revolution of the Daleks, something news. Now, listen, I said the same about Spyfall, and I was right. Okay? I said that there was something was going to happen at the end of Spyfall Part 1. I did a video on it, and I ended up getting taken down by BBC. Right? Mm-hmm. Now, I'm telling you now, if I'm told that there's something going to happen, there's something going to happen. And the reason why I'm this confident is because so far in the news that the source has given me, I've gotten what? 2 big pieces of information. So far, we released the embargoed information before BBC did, a full 15 minutes before they did, by the way. And we got the Santorin news right so far, right? Now, we don't know what their sexual orientation is yet, but I did say Santarans, and Santarans are in the series, right? So, do you remember the female general from Hellbent?
Mm-hmm.
Well, apparently she knows who the new Doctor is, and it will blow your mind. Apparently, she put up a tweet to say this and then deleted the tweet. So even she put something up and she deleted the tweet to say that she knows who the new Doctor is and it will blow your mind. And then she deleted the tweet. So again, there just seems to be something
amiss.
Something amiss, yeah. Right. So there's no other production dates, or there's no contract details or anything like that so far. We've been told. So as you know, some people have been out there saying, you know, contracts have been signed and dates have been confirmed and all of this. Not true, according to my sources. Nothing has been, like we've said on this channel again, nothing is actually, you know, confirmed until BBC themselves come out and actually make an announcement. And that's what I've always said on this channel when I put news out there. I'm not asking you to believe me. What have I always said? Even in this video, I gave 3 disclaimers to say it's rumor and speculation until either verified or denied. And we've lost Lee. Lee is on his iPad. So he'll pop back in, and Rabbi is there. So I'm going to bring Rabbi on now in just a second. Oh, and big news, and this one is actually common knowledge. I think it was released today. Doctor Who was being pulled from Netflix. Series 13 will be broadcast in one chunk on iPlayer, so we get 7 episodes in one go, and another one on New Year's Day on 2022. That's what I've been told. Right, let's bring our guests in. He's back. It's the one and only. Problem being,
Hello.
we'll keep adding him. Don't worry, he is using his iPad, so bear with Lee.
Yeah.
I wanted him on, so he's done all this to come on for me, so I'm really grateful. And we've got a man all the way from another planet. It's the one and only, the dirtiest rabbi on YouTube. Just be honest about that. But he's going to keep it nice and clean tonight. Because we're talking rumors, and he's shaking his head in approval. That's fun. I don't mind if you want to tell your shitting on the Tardis story, because we do love that story, and there's some new people there. You can tell that story. We love that story. But let's bring him on. It's the one and only rabbi from another planet. Woo!
Hello.
Oh,
how are you?
Oh my God! That looked like you are doing something. I just copped on what you are doing there. You dirty, disgusting.
How are you, sir? Okay, listen. I was just about to sit down and have dinner, and I was just chilling out, and I was about to turn you on, listen to you, and then you sent me the link. I'm like, I don't know. I was going to listen, and then Cheryl said I should come on. I'm like, okay, color me intrigued. So what? They're dropping everything. I mean, listen, if Cheryl tells me, listen, I drop everything. Okay, bye. That's it. I'm doing it.
Sharon, what are you ratting on me for? Noel continues to play with the camera despite nobody could see him because he broke his camera. So what? Yeah, I know I'm doing the hand. I know Sharon keeps telling me, why do you keep doing the hand and head movements when nobody could see it? I was just like, I wave and all, yeah. When I'm saying
you put your whole body into it. No, it's cool. So wait, did you just say they're dropping all of season 13 in one day?
I'll read it again, so I'm reading it properly because I just want to make sure, because people call me out on all sorts of stuff on this. We've got 58 people watching. Now, I know they're not 58 regular people. There's at least 20 of them there, J-Bots. So do me a favor, J-Bots, yeah? The video that I just showed you there a second ago, share it, because I have been right. And if you have any sense now, you will start actually listening to me, because, Sontarans embargoed information before the BBC. What more can I say?
Now you begin to fear.
I'm gonna go, because you know what? I've had to put up with shit for the last couple of months, especially off some little YouTuber out there that thinks best. Well, you can all shut up now, because it's done. Rabbi drops everything when Cheryl invites him. I know.
You're right. You're right. I do.
Yeah.
I'm like, I haven't eaten yet. I was getting a
Right, so we'll read that last part again so it's not confusing. So Doctor Who is being pulled from Netflix. Series 13 will be broadcast in one chunk, on the iPlayer. So we get
means they're dropping in one day, doesn't it?
And another one on New York. So hold on.
Dropping it in one day.
So no, see, that could mean they drop it in one bulk after the show is aired. No, I don't know.
Who gives a shit?
Well, if they're doing a Netflix, and releasing the whole series in one go, I don't think.
Have you announced the news that you announced in the video earlier today? Are we allowed to talk about this?
I just played the video just before you.
I'm just making sure. Listen, have you ever known me to put my foot in my mouth?
No.
Does that ever happen? Yes, I think it happens.
No, right. We'll bring her on. Hold on. Where is she again? What's her name again? It's Parminder Nagra, isn't it? Yeah. You can never say her name properly. Forgive me, but already a better actress. And I have actually heard some things in the chat on the comments section of my latest video, and people are saying another actress to show Jodie Whittaker up. So again, the main thing about it is nobody's complaining about this actress. They're just saying that she's a better actress than the one that they have playing the Doctor.
Yeah, that's not
It
complaining.
tells you everything you need to know. It's not money this crap because
Yeah, I expected good photoshopped her head on a cosplayed Fourth Doctor costumed sexy girl. Tomorrow,
so there she is. There, she's 30. Oh, she's 45 years of age. She was born in 1975.
Good year.
She was in ER. She was also in the movie Bend It Like Beckham, and then you have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. there. She was in the Blacklist for season 1. So she does have, she's got acting.
Oh, I know who she is. I've seen her there. I know exactly who she is.
Now, her family emigrated from the Punjab region of India. So anybody comes out and tells, well, she's not Indian, she's British. Well, her roots are Indian. Her parents are from, as I said, India. So her costume as well is supposed to be inspired by India. So that's what I've been told. Also, she's going to be, how do I put this sense properly? Scott,
I can tell you how. I can tell you how you can put this. She likes to very have very cleanly welcoming mats because she likes to clean carpet. Okay, how can I put it that way?
She's basically going to be attracted to the same sex.
Yes.
So there she is there. I remember Bend It Like Beckham. So there she is, a younger girl there. I remember watching that movie. It was one of my favorite movies, actually, back in the day. Keira Knightley is in that movie as well with her, actually.
You know what's not in that movie, though?
What?
Keira Knightley's in it. You know what's not in it?
What?
Boobies.
Oh, for God's sake.
You walked into that, my God. I was like, he must know where I'm going. Really? I was like, he must know where I'm like, really?
So that's the story. That's the latest news. So we now this doctor, now I was asked a question, which is fair enough. I was asked, where does she fit in to the timeline? Is she replacing Troughton? Is she replacing Pertwee? See, here's the thing, right? This is the one thing that we haven't been given yet, but we're trying to find out. I'm gonna. A few weeks ago, though, we did talk about this whole multiverse business and the whole thing about them retconning certain doctors out of the timeline. I reckon this is a multiverse thing because I don't think for 1 second. Let's be honest. No matter what we think of Chris Chibnall, if he was to do this and use the original timeline, he's going to kill the show. So
what did I tell you before? When the Ruth Doctor was unveiled, that moment when we went on stream, what did I tell you? I said, looks to me that Chris Chibnall is going down the route of doing a soft reboot, and I said that I suspected Ruth to be the new first Doctor. Yeah. Maybe she's going to be the new second Doctor, but I said it will be a soft reboot.
Doctor.
Yeah.
By the way, no. You ask, how does this Doctor fit together with Dr. Ruth and the Doctor or the Jodie Doctor? I think it's something like this. It's sort of a scissoring action, like that's that's how you understand. That's how they fit together.
Or maybe she's going to be Elliot Page.
I tell you. I hope Elliot Page's penis is okay.
Well, I will say something on that whole thing. All I'll just say is I'm a fan of the Umbrella Academy, and if they change the character because of Elliot Page now, I'm going to be gutted because the character doesn't gender swap.
Can Elliot Page play a girl?
Yeah, of course she can.
Could you? I mean, is
I know
that?
it's stupid, but let's be realistic about it, right? If that's what she wants to identify as, I don't necessarily agree with it, but if that's what she wants to identify as,
If she wants to identify that, that's fine.
grown
Can
ass
I-
adult,
but-
do what
no,
you want.
I think
If you change the character of Umbrella Academy
Yeah,
because
pretty
of this,
bad,
I'm gonna
bad.
go crazy, right? There's no need, right? She could play a woman. If she is identifies as a bloke now, fine, but she can still play a woman. End
right,
of.
right. But no. Just as she has the freedom to say, I'm now a bloke, right? For no apparent reason. She has that freedom, right? She absolutely identify however she wants. Surely I should have the freedom to take the piss out of her. Really? I mean, that seems to be fair.
Well, look, Ellen has always been a bit out there. Elliot has always been a bit out there. Let's be honest.
She's always been a bit of an angry lesbian. We know that. I mean, like, we can tell you're an angry lesbian because you're a big angry lesbian or a little angry lesbian.
I have more of an issue with.
Fine.
I have more of an issue with the fact that I find her character exceedingly dull.
Oh God, yeah,
and the whole space Jesus thing. The whole
they kill her off. That show gets better overnight.
Right, I tell you what though, we're not here to discuss Elliot anyway, right? We're here to discuss Doctor Who now, so leave it because the 70 watching, I'm sure one or two of them are getting back and they'll have something to say for the fact that she's actually even brought it up. But do me a favor, little J-bots, press that like button or dislike button. Don't forget to share this video and tell people how angry you are with me, as you always do. And don't forget to release me Doctor Who news as well. Oh, by the way, just to let you know, a couple of articles have already picked up on it, so you won't be able to stop this like you did the last time, because these people are actually on my side. These are very fun. Right. Anyway, back to the Doctor Who news. So, I'll ask you all first. What do you think of this actress, first of all?
I'm not familiar with her. I know Bend It Like Beckham. I know the film. I mean, I've not watched it. I'm not a football fan, so I mean, to me, but again, this is what Gary talks about, the intersectional feminist agenda within Doctor Who now, and it's sexist. You know, I mean, it's not giving women original roles to play. It's taking something away from men to give to women as if they can't have their own characters. I think that's a shame. I think that's a shame for women. I think that's a shame for Doctor Who fans and for Doctor Who, the character and the character of the Doctor himself.
Can I request as well that if you are going to make Doctor Who into a girl, could you make her like a hot one, and then we're all okay? Can we have like the bimbo Doctor?
I'm not trying to hot though. She's
like 45, you know.
Oh, sorry, I nearly slipped up there. I won't tell you how old my wife is, but I mean, look, age is nothing. She still looks like.
No, she's a very attractive lady, but yeah. I don't.
No,
see
she's
that
not. She's not a 30. Wait a minute.
I don't know. I don't think being attractive is any indicator that you're going to be good at playing the role of the Doctor.
Exactly.
Okay, listen. Okay, she's not very attractive. She is doable. Okay, it's very different. Okay.
Oh, bless you.
That's like if she says Giovanni, you're like, yeah, okay, you know. But that's but like it's not like whoa, yeah, that's no.
There she is. There, I disagree with you. I think she's an absolutely stunning looking woman.
Yeah.
There you go.
She's very attractive, but like that's not a qualifier for playing.
No, but I'm just saying we were talking about her acting, but obviously someone brought her looks into it. But there you go. I'm just saying she is a good looking woman.
I want this Doctor to be wearing a costume to be a bikini. I wanted to feel liberated. Yeah, I just like I feel she should feel liberated and proud of her body. That's what I want her to do. That's what I think would be good for her.
Look, I want. Guess what? I want a man to be cast as the Doctor because for me, the Doctor is a male role. And it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine.
I got the guy. I know who the Doctor should be for you.
Oh, Luke Treadaway, definitely.
No, better. I got the perfect guy.
Go on.
Elliot Page.
Oh. I hate you. I hate you, Rabbi. Oh god.
Right. Anyway, forget about him. Whatever. But, oh Jesus Christ! I know, but it's getting confusing now. It's stupid. Anyway, just forget about going back to.
Honestly, and listen, I no. I think this should be the definition, right? I think this should be the definition of if you're a boy or a girl. How one pleasures himself. Okay? If one does a stroking motion, probably a guy, right? If one has, might develop carpal tunnel syndrome, might be a lady, right? That's basically how you're gonna know.
Well, no, there's a simple definition.
Are we still talking about Elliot?
Wait. There's a simple definition for sex. Okay, the sex of somebody is the gametes. Okay, that's small gametes, large gametes, sperm or egg.
What?
Sperm is
gametes.
The egg.
I can have gametes. I'll some gametes, please.
Gamete salad.
Gametes. I'm a simple lad.
But that's the scientific definition. So there you go.
What? Right. Well, it doesn't matter what the scientific definition of what Elliot is now. Right. We're back to the Doctor Who news. I don't want to get into this, to be quite honest with you, because we'll be dragged up on it, and I don't want to be dragged up on it. So just leave it, please. Let's get back to the news, right? So
you don't know how hard that is for me, though, Noel. Really, really. We're talking about apparently the scientific word for jizz, and I gotta let that go. Okay,
no, it's not for jizz. It's the scientific definition of the sexual productive fluid. Not fluids, but the egg or the cell. That's it.
Fantastic. Right. Let's just leave it at that now.
Indeed.
Right. Bit gametes now.
We've got 76 people watching. Do me a favor. Right?
Yeah, most of them are like.
Oh, another 2 have jumped on. 78 watching now. So like, share, subscribe, and get that news out there. People out there will try silence me, but so far so good. So,
can't stop the wire unless you have to be Twitter and Facebook.
And I will say,
not the news media.
As a gay man myself, I don't want. I don't want there to be a gay doctor. I've never associated the Doctor as being particularly one sexuality or another.
Okay, listen. Captain Jack is manly, right? He's also gay, but
he's pansexual.
Yeah, he's also gay. Come on, listen. That's called being gay.
Well,
it's called being gay.
I call him bisexual because Jack will try out and once.
Yeah,
says hello to you, and that's him basically trying to get you.
Yeah, and that's great. That's his character, and that's the way he was originally conceived. And I love Captain Jack. I think that's fine. I think that's absolutely brilliant, and that's part of his character. I don't see the Doctor in the same league.
I don't see the Doctor speaking the love that dare not say its name. I don't see the Doctor like. I don't see the Doctor sucking a cock. Do you? I don't.
No.
I don't.
Or anything else. I think look. I prefer the Doctor to be asexual. I prefer the Doctor to be completely disinterested. And it's less distracting because I find the whole thing about sex and gender and everything nowadays as being front and center of everything. And it's boring.
Okay, but problem is, we have a question. We have a question for you. As a gay man. If your life depended on it, right? The universe depended on it. You had to get a blowjob from one of the classic Doctors.
Come on. No, come on now.
Don't you want to know? I want to know.
I want to know, and I'd like
the answer is
none
of them. None. That's my childhood you're talking about. Oh my god.
Okay. All right. I don't get a chance.
No, if we get Luke Treadaway in, that's a different story.
Well, there you go. Yes, you direct the conversation. I think it's pretty better.
So, apparently, after the episode airs, we're going to have a special announcement after Revolution of the Daleks, and then
is she generating into the Doctor? She's not like another Doctor.
I don't know. By the way, I was also told it won't take long to film someone sleeping. Was the line that they were left with, parent line they were left with, and it was kind of like, what does that mean? And they won't tell them what they mean by that. So we'll see as the weeks go on, because sometimes then they do end up, but right now they're being cautious. Now, this whole thing about Doctor Who going on to iPlayer is very interesting. Will they do the 7 episodes all in one go after it's actually filmed on BBC? Or are they going to just drop it on iPlayer and then show it?
I think they might just drop it on iPlayer. I think it's just such a disaster.
Now, if they do that,
well,
I think
do they understand
that they've gotten it wrong, because if they just release it all on iPlayer, to me, that's them conceding that they know that this is not going to rate well.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's doing. Listen, it all depends how badly their ass gets spanked over the special.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's going to be the special. That...
low. Rating could be under 2 million. It could happen.
Well, it's gone CW. I mean, look at their ratings. I mean, that's exactly what they've done to Doctor Who. They've turned it into a CW show, which is a proven formula for failure. End of.
Right.
Now, but the interesting thing is the woman that played the general in Hellbent actually threw up a tweet about, and by the way, this was witnessed by loads of people, and if I'm correct in saying, Emma also seen this. Now, I didn't see it myself because I don't follow your woman, but apparently she did throw up a tweet to say that she knows who the new Doctor is and it will blow your mind. The tweet has since been deleted. So they released some.
Wait a minute. I'm having an idea. Could if Jodie regenerates because of her love of Yaz, she becomes a beautiful brown-skinned woman?
No.
I think so.
Well, they are into segregation these days, aren't they? I mean, if you look at Star Trek Discovery, it's all about segregation. All the LGBT characters together. It's all about shipping all the black characters together, and it's disgusting and racist the way that they do that. I mean, that's not, for me, I don't see that as equality or progressive in any way. I think it's very regressive. It's like harkening back to the 1960s, 50s. I find that whole thing very shaky ground that they're treading on, where they're talking about.
I'm telling you, we didn't know how good we had it in the 80s. Like, in terms of racism, we didn't know how good we had it. Like, nobody talked about racism then. In the 80s.
Certainly in the late 80s, certainly in the 90s. For me, I mean, you know, I experienced a lot of homophobia in the 80s and the early 90s, but by the late 90s, it was just like, it just was accepted and normal, and there was nothing particularly much to do other than, you know, the equality of marriage and all the rest of that. And that was, for me, the social contract that the LGBT community had then, really. That was the main focus. We got that eventually. And then the narrative shifted somewhat.
Well, you see, probably what you're saying right now is exactly why, going on a little, parenthetically political bent, that if the person the media is projecting to be president-elect is inaugurated, there will be an end to religious freedom within 5 years, because it's because it's the same people will get a victory. When those people get a victory, they're never satiated, right? No. They never get something and go, "Oh, that was good." No, they get that. When they get a victory, they demand they want more.
There's always another bandwagon, because these organizations, these affiliated groups, especially the charities like Stonewall and people like that, they're always seeking to stay relevant and fighting another fight and to keep the money rolling in, and that's just the way it always goes. And meanwhile, I mean, the G and the L has been thrown under the bus. And that's how I see it. All the money is rerouted elsewhere. So gay and lesbian
And you know what?
organizations get very little. Actually,
When they if they do win and get their way and destroy the world, which they will do, they'll still blame Trump. They'll still blame him.
Well, the Great Reset is something we all need to keep an eye on. Fundamentally, that is, without getting too political now, that for me is the big conversation of this decade.
Yeah. So here, listen, want to just kind of keep it on topic. I know that's kind of part of it a little bit as well, because this is what Chibnall has been doing. But I wanted to ask you, how do you feel about the fact now Jodie Whittaker was spotted in London? We all seen that photograph where she has the cup of coffee and she's giving a thumbs up, and she looks rather happy, I have to be honest.
Right.
Now, we were told that she had gotten the COVID test done, and that's why she was in London, right? But now we've been told that she actually hasn't done any filming at all, and won't be filming until January. So what they're doing is they're filming all the other stuff.
I said that about a week ago.
Well, here's the thing that's kind of confusing me about the whole lot, right? Because it got me thinking, well, then how much of bloody Series 13 is she actually in? You know?
She might regenerate in this. That'd be freaking awesome.
So I'm just kind of like, how long is she actually going to be? If they're waiting until January, if they're filming all the other stuff now and they're waiting until January, now that does kind of make sense in a way, because if you think about it, they only came back to filming in November, right? Which again on this channel, we spoke about that. So they're a month in. So I suppose 2 months into filming, it probably would kind of make some sort of sense. But then I was thinking to myself, right, 8 episodes though. You know, we've only got 8 episodes this year. So, I mean, how much of this series is she actually going to be in? Is she going to be, now I'm only speculating here, is she still going to be in the prison after? By the way, I am told this, though. The special will apparently end on a cliffhanger.
Doesn't surprise me.
Okay, so the cliffhanger is the Doctor's going to commit suicide to escape the prison and regenerate.
But I don't think they. No, don't. No. I know what they're saying, but I don't think Chris Chibnall and the BBC would actually do that.
No,
Robbo, that's not too far. Could you imagine the uproar if they did something like that?
I don't think it would be suicide. I don't think it would be anything like suicide. If anything, if they were going to make her regenerate, it would be in order to make her
regeneration to get out.
It would be more in order to replace her with a more inclusive actor.
Exactly.
That's the only reason.
I think what's going to happen is I don't think she is going to regenerate, but I think Graham O'Brien's going to die in this special.
Yeah, they keep saying it's emotional.
Yeah, I think he's going to die in this special. I honestly do. I honestly believe then he might become the TARDIS interface voice, like we spoke about, because she's so guilty. And I think the Doctor will be responsible for.
Well, that wouldn't be new, would it?
You know, wouldn't be new anyway. But
how many people has she already had killed off? You know, by sheer.
Well, the entire human race.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, Again, I want to ask you though, because she didn't really comment on it. So, how do you feel about the fact that she hasn't filmed that? And what are your theories actually? Lee,
it could be that she's done. Could be that she's done. Might be nothing. Could be that she's done.
Yeah, it's either that she's done and they're trying to play for time with
actually Matthew, it wasn't Philip Morris said that her regeneration was filmed. It was me. People are going around like saying all of this stuff and not giving me credit for the stuff. I was the very first one on this channel to actually say that a regeneration scene was filmed. Everybody can go back and look at me videos and will see that I actually said that she's regenerated. This is other people on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube.
Yeah,
reporting on the news, but not giving the credit to the person that they should be giving credit to. Sure, it got to the stage that when I was on Gary's panel the weekend, he was asking about the rumors, and I was like, what? But that's because you know, when people are reporting it, they're not mentioning where the news is coming from. The Tardis zone is where the news is coming from.
I will totally credit you. I will totally
You
credit
always
you.
do. Anyway, I wasn't actually just saying it to you. I was saying it to the other people in the chat as well that are sharing me news. Make sure that you tell people it's the Tardis zone, you know, because, you know, I mean, I was on that panel. That was a bit embarrassing when that went. I'm just sitting there listening to Rabbi, and I'm kind of like, why is this happening? I'm like, why hasn't anybody alerted to the fact that it's me that released the news? Nobody spoke up, so I spoke up myself.
You know, like it got spread so far, we forgot it like got tied to you because it got like so just widespread.
So yeah, we spoke about the regeneration scene first on this channel. You just have to go back and look at the videos. So I mean, at the end of the day, we've broken some pretty good stuff on this channel, but we don't get the recognition because there's certain people out there that are trying to keep me quiet. You're seeing it with a certain big YouTuber out there.
He's not that big, that
taken down because he knows there's something in my news. And by the way, the news that he had taken down was the news about the Santarans. So if he tried that hard,
he's a shill. He's a shill.
Right? So why didn't though? That's the question people need to ask. Why did he make so much of an effort to have me news taken down?
Because he's a shill for the BBC. He's
a
shill.
Well, not only that, because he knows, because he works for the BBC, because he has insider information. He just chooses not to release it. And I think he knows deep down that some of the stuff that I've been reporting on is spot on. Sure, even when I released the embargoed information, it shut them all up. Right? And the reason why I was given that, by the way, people have asked, why did I do that? Well, you see, these sources came to me. They've seen all the shit that's been going on for the past couple of months. They've seen all the backlash and heat I was taking. And it says, is there anything that you can give me that could prove once and for all that you're legit? I know you're legit, but can you give me something that will be able to prove to the rest of everybody out there in the fandom that it's legit? And he goes, well, I do have something. I have 4 photographs. And they're embargoed and are not to be released. And I was like, please let me release them. You have to release. This will shut them up permanently, please. And then after a bit of begging, he said, feck it, go ahead. And I did. And I put the posts up side by side. You'll see when BBC released it and when I released it a full 15 minutes before BBC even alerted the general public. So that's why I did it. And by the way, I've had someone actually said to me, you do know releasing embargoed information is illegal. Well, who cares? Who cares? What's BBC going to do? Sue me? Let them. I've no money. Yep. Social welfare took me money away from me. No money. The only money that I get is coming from this channel. So let them sue me. They'll get absolutely nothing at me anyway because I've nothing to give them. So do you think I give a crap about the BBC? No. Unlike others out there, I'm not a shill. Right, if I'm giving news, I'll put it out there, and that's why I wanted that embargoed information. And I fought hard to get it, and I got it, and I put it out there. And hopefully, I have actually since I put it out, I've shut up all the big names.
Do you know what's also illegal? Slandering people. That's also illegal. But hey, who's counting, right?
No. Don't honestly, it's like you've won so many times over. It's crazy.
I know. But Jodie Whittaker, back to her. What do you think?
I mean, hopefully she's gone. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't it be great if she's gone? I get the feeling this doctor, she feels more like a Dr. Ruth doctor than a doctor. But hopefully Jodie Whittaker's gone. That'd be great. I mean,
my only fear is what's coming down the line. That's the thing. You know, is it going to be better or is it going to be worse? I don't know.
But nobody knows. See, this is the thing. It's Chris Chibnall acting as possible. And look, I will say this, right? I know some of the rumors that I have put out there lately all seem to be geared towards, inclusion and diversity. But remember, this was the whole plan all along. Remember, and the lads will back me up on this panel, and Mosey's in the chat will. You know yourselves, the 4th season of Anthem, they tried to be they try sucker you in. Right now, Chibnall did it wrong. He actually gave us a woke 4th season But in the second season, then he tried to rectify that. Now, normally, normally what happens is you get a first good season, and then they hook you in, and then by the second season's woke, and then everybody leaves. But it was the opposite way around this time, right? So we all hung on after Series 11, hoping that Series 12 would be better. Let's be honest, it was until we got to the Timeless Children rubbish.
No, seriously, you forget. Series 12 fell off a cliff on Orphan 55.
Yeah, right. Okay, Orphan 55. Yeah,
on Spyfall.
Right. But again, he will triple down. He will triple down because
I think he will.
He has a wish list. He has a wish list, I'm told, right, of all the things that he wants to put in to his era. And that's basically what he's doing, his list. And it includes all sorts of madness. I've seen some of the stuff.
Again, I want it to be as out there as possible because they can't just cut it off.
You guys are talking over each other. Stop.
Right. I just said there's other news that I've received that I haven't been allowed to put out there. That even if some of this is true, right? Even the stuff that I've put out would end the show, right? But the rest of the stuff that I haven't been able to report, if any of this comes true, I can tell you now, out straight, that Doctor Who is not going to reach its 60th anniversary. It won't reach its 60th anniversary. It doesn't matter what he tries after it. It doesn't matter if they bring in a new showrunner. They will kill the show, right? And this is stuff that I can't, and I won't until I'm told to. But I get other stuff that, obviously, the stuff I'm allowed to release and the stuff that I'm not allowed to release. And the stuff that I'm not allowed to release, I tell you, if you've heard even half of it, it's game over. Even with the stuff that I've released, it's game over. But this would actually further the damage. It'd be like the coffin's in the hole and they dug another hole and threw the coffin down even further and buried it. It's done. It will never recover, right? I'm telling you, it will not make the 60th. So this is why there's extra emphasis on us, especially, my sources have made it clear. Make sure you get this video out everywhere as possible. Try get it because he wants fans to know what's going on with this era and what he's planning. Now, even if he does, as the lad said, the last time we broke the last big bit of news, even if he does 1/3 of what he said, it's game over for Doctor Who. So with that in mind, lads, I wanted to ask you, right, we've gotten the TV scheduling now. So Doctor Who is going to be shown on New Year's Day at 6:45 p.m. Now, it's obviously 15 minutes past the daytime schedule, so they've put it into the evening schedule. Unfortunately, on ITV, at the same time, you're going to have Emmerdale,
yes,
Coronation Street.
Yeah.
Now, the two biggest soaps, along with EastEnders, and especially during the Christmas and New Year's period, Lee will tell you this because he's a Brit, and Rabbi will tell you because he'll remember as well. The soaps are huge over the Christmas period, the holiday period, right? And Christmas Eve, they'll do a story, or Christmas Day, they'll do a story, and the conclusion of that story always happens to be New Year's Day. So they do that big storyline Christmas Day, and then for a whole week it'll lead up until New Year's Day when they catch whoever did whatever. It's the usual thing. They do it all the time. We all know what they kind of do, right? But
I tell you, my favorite one, was when Janine was marrying Barry from EastEnders.
Yeah, that's right.
And they carried that over Christmas and New Year's. That was awesome.
Yeah. And do you remember then a few months later, she pushed him down a mountain?
No, New Year's Eve, she pushed him down.
Yeah, she killed him, yeah. So, I mean, look, it's a big night for soaps. So I can't understand this. The only thing that I can think of is that BBC are deliberately trying to kill it. Because think about it. If the rumours are true about Series 13 dropping on iPlayer all in one go, they do not have faith in this show anymore. And we reported on this last year that they have lost faith with this show. We said it in a stream last year, or earlier in the year, I should say, because I keep thinking last year because we're nearly the end of the year. But We spoke about that on this channel. BBC had lost faith with this. This is the 80s, the late 80s playing out all over again. Would you agree?
Well, it's a bit different. It's a bit different because now it seems to be they're like contractually obligated to keep the show on or to make the show for HBO, right? It seems they're like but it's horribly embarrassing. And it's I mean, I don't know. I think they're holding the breath to see how this special goes. That just makes sense. But yeah, it makes no. If they're making the show out of contractual obligation and they don't want to, that what you're saying makes sense. What you're saying makes sense. I think it's partially that, and it's partially they're saying, well, there's an alternate audience that's out there that won't watch Emmerdale and want to watch Science. So, yeah, I'm like, okay, whatever. I mean, I can imagine kids wanting to watch it.
In fairness, I don't see people sitting down watching Doctor Who. The big soaps are doing a big story.
Well, they've got the 15-minute lead-in, which I hope is going to hook people.
Exactly what I was going to say. Look, even if they get 1 second of someone watching the start, that counts. They will count that as a view. So you've got the whole 15 minutes. It depends
on iPlayer. Yeah, no, it factors in.
Am I not correct in saying though it's the first 5 minutes that they count?
I think it's even if
so
you
yes or no.
Right. Lee and Rabbi private chat, by the way. I sent you a little message which will make you laugh.
Oh, I can't check it.
So I found out who one of me rivals. One that's been mounting about me. I know who they talk to, who they get their information from. It's actually quite funny. Say hello to Alan for me. That's all I'll say. The person in question will know who I'm talking about anyway. Say hello, right. And I hope he's doing well in his little job there that he has for the BBC. Not even official, but go on. Doesn't matter anyway. Well, it kind of does because this person is being slandering me all over the shop, I suppose. So, yeah. In fairness, I should just probably out of badness, but I won't. But, all I'll just say is this, is that listen to my channel. That's all I'll say. Because I've been right somewhere. There's been out there not being right. So
yeah, they must. I'll tell you, the guy talking about the guy who went crazy. He must be having a meltdown with your success rate.
It must be, yeah. I wonder if Alan.
This must be the worst thing. Okay, whatever. Because it wasn't that he wanted. It wasn't that he wanted to be right. He wanted you to be wrong.
Exactly. Well, Alan from the props department will sure give him all the relevant information, like a prop man. Props. Well done. Yeah.
I do. I am going to go and have dinner. I am quite hungry.
Coming on. Listen, so because there's no sign of Ninja Night because I think he's moving. Lee's having a problem with his computer because he's actually rendering a video for me the last 3 days. So I was thinking we can do the Mandalorian review after the quiz tomorrow on your channel.
Maybe I was going to say, we are doing the quiz tomorrow. I have a guy coming in, a new guy. If you want to find someone,
I will. Oh, by the way, anybody in the chat, here you go. They notice now. He can't say that I didn't give you any notice. If anybody'd like to be me quiz mate tomorrow on Rabbi's channel where we take him on, we're actually losing. We're a round down. So Rabbi is winning 3-2 so far in the quiz week. So he's won 3 weeks and I've won for 2 weeks. So if anybody'd like to join me as my teammate tomorrow to take on Rabbi and his secret weapon, whoever
was it Colin Smith? Colin Smith is freaking awesome.
Oh, Colin Peace. Oh, you dirty
awesome.
Oh my God. Well, if anybody would like to be me quiz mate tomorrow on Rabbi's channel, please send me a message on Messenger, Twitter, or even the comment section when this stream goes up, and let me know if you'd like to be me quiz mate. I won't be asking Lee anymore because Lee sabotaged me.
Yeah, you overrode 2 of my
Right.
correct answers.
Right, I'm
fairness,
gonna go.
when
Have a
was
good
with
evening,
Rab Boy-
gentlemen.
When he was with Rab Boy, he was fantastic, right? When he was with me, he had a leading question, right?
Okay, I'm gonna say good night. Good night. Have a good
Bye,
evening.
bye.
Rab Boy, go on, talk to yourself. But yeah, so if nobody wants to be me quiz mate.
I'll do it for you.
Again, are you actually going to make more of an effort this time?
Oh, come on.
Come here. No, people go back and watch his performance against Rabbi, right? And
Yeah,
then watch
please do. And watch
today.
for the 2 times that he overrode my answers.
He's
Which
clearly
were correct.
the week that he was my teammate, the questions were bleeding rock hard.
And every time a Blake 7 question comes up, it always seems
I
to go
know
to the other
it's going
team.
to someone else and not you.
I know.
I know, madness. But here I'll find someone. If not Lee, then obviously I'll bring you back on again because I think you need to redeem yourself. Oh, he knows I'm only joking. By the way, I can't wait for this new video. This new rendering.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm using a different. Well, it's not new software. It's just a different render engine within the same software, but it's more highly defined. So it takes a lot longer to render. I mean, it's taken 3 days already, and it's only like 500 frames.
Yeah. By the way, we've sent a message in one of the private chats. I won't say who it was. It will say boycott Doctor Who and watch Dracula instead by Stephen Moffat. And I just I wouldn't be watching Dracula by Stephen Moffat. It's no crap. Anything from the BBC right now is not worth watching. Right? They're gonna
I like just like War of the Worlds. And Dracula. I couldn't get to the 3rd episode. I just couldn't bring myself to do it.
So if you're gonna boycott, remember, if you're gonna boycott the festive special New Year's Day, remember Christmas Day we'll have our Christmas watch along. Hopefully over multiple channels we'll be doing all the Christmas specials. If we don't get them all done on Christmas Day, I suggest then that what we do is we finish the rest of them on New Year's Day, so we don't have to actually watch the festive special live. Now we will be watching the festive special, me and a couple of others, but we'll only get one view because we'll be in a little place where we can watch the whole lot. So if you want to join us for that, we'll give you more details when we get closer to the date. But if you do want to watch the special but don't want to give BBC a view, remember to look out for the Tardis Zone for more details, because we will be showing it, but we will be making sure that it only gets the one view. So you won't be adding to the view, so you don't have to feel guilty to watch if you want to watch. Because I know there's some out there that say they don't want to watch, but secretly they do because they want to see what happens, like us all. Right? So we will do that. So you won't have to feel guilty. Trust me. It'll be all good. But Lee, now that we have you here, because you didn't really, because obviously Rabbi was going to be leaving anyway, so I'll let him kind of do most of the talking. But just to ask you, because I didn't get your thoughts and opinions on everything that we discussed tonight. So if you want to just talk about the new actress, talk about the fact that Jodie Whittaker isn't filming till January, and all the other stuff that I've mentioned, go ahead, and then we'll leave it at that for the night, because as I said, I've got another video to do. It'll be one of the slideshow videos that I do, and I'll put the new news up later on for you. And then please do me a favor, share, you know what I mean. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do, because no mess, this is the channel. I'm not saying it's the only channel that breaks Doctor Who source information. There are other channels out there, and I know that, but I have to be honest, my hit rate so far has been pretty impressive. And that's not me bragging, that's the truth. It's been pretty impressive. So the sources that I have come through several times. So again, make sure that you subscribe to this channel for the latest, and don't forget to check out the other people out there. I won't ever dismiss anybody out there that does this sort of news. Go and check it out. Check out their channel, see what they have to say, see if any of their news correlates with mine. You know, that's the thing. Or see if there's any news that contradicts mine. Okay. I know there'll be people out there that will watch this video tonight and try to debunk it. Fine. That's good. Whatever. Do whatever you want to do. You know, I don't have any problems with that. At the end of the day, 3 disclaimers on that video last night. It's rumour and speculation until either verified or denied by the BBC. We won't know, obviously, until we watch the bloody show, will we? Unless we get further details to actually prove it, or photographs like we have been getting of this actress. It will be great to see, though, if we get any photographs of this actress, because then that will actually verify that she's in the show. But obviously we won't know the role until we watch the show. But I hope we do get some sort of photographs of her to prove that she actually is going to be in the show, because then again that'll be another hit. But as I said, there are plenty of YouTubers out there that do source information, and there are YouTubers out there that do get force exclusives in the fact that they might get photographs from people that live in Wales, and that will send it to them because they're the popular YouTubers and stuff. So they'll send them the photographs. Not all the little shills, you know, all the little J-bots that pretend they love the show and all. They give it to all them. You know, sure, look at BBC Studios. They always include those little Muppets in everything that they do. Even the latest watch-along that they did involved all of those little Muppets. And we even have one of the so-called Muppets attacking me because, you know, of the other fella. We won't mention him, but he's still on Twitter. I don't know. I saw a tweet there the other last night that he put up, and I have to be honest with you, it just took me back. I won't say what it is, but this fella seriously needs to be removed from Twitter. He's one of the most vilest people, and he's actually gotten other people involved in Doctor Who, involved in his nastiness. And I've actually had 1 or 2 of them take a pop at me, but I've actually I sent them packing. Nobody will come and I don't care if you work for Doctor Who magazine and you do work for Big Finish and you're defending a bully. Well, I'm going to call you out. I got into trouble, by the way, off all of these kids for calling out. Apparently, I'm bullying this woman, because this woman basically welcomed this certain YouTuber that we all know that's been harassing everybody back into the yoke. So I just wrote up, because obviously when I seen who it was, and I knew they had done some work on the Doctor Who lockdown, so I went into the bio and I checked, and they do work for Doctor Who magazine, and they do work for Big Finish. So my whole thing was this: I wrote up a post highlighting the fact that a member of Doctor Who magazine and a member of Big Finish was actually welcoming back a bully, and I showed the screenshot of where this account was taken down for harassment and bullying. Then all her supporters come in then onto my Twitter.
Yeah, they were making out like you were trying to get her fired. No, that's what you people do.
I wasn't trying to get her fired.
Really pointing out something that she may not have been aware of.
I was getting her fired, right? I want to make that clear. No woman in that position or bloke in that position should be actually condoning bullying, and that's what she did. I don't give a shit she loses her job. Rightly so, in my opinion, right? Because at the end of the day, these people have been going on doing this for a very, very long time, since Jodie Whittaker's being cast. We've also got the time ladies that have been at it. One particular member of them keeps going after fans, and then when she gets called out, she disappears off Twitter for a couple of weeks and then comes back and starts again. It's an ever-ending cycle. Then you've got the Doctor Who feminist front as well, which are another bunch of mad feminists who came after me as well. They're all connected together, right? Ben Cook, the whole lot of them. When said we were bullying them, what did they do? They all got a hashtag trending.
I get that. Listen. Look, I don't adhere to any part of the cancel culture. I still think that
I wasn't trying to cancel her.
No, but it's bad form. It's bad form that okay, if you're friends with this person, fair enough. But the fact that they've done so many things to so many other fans within the fandom, targeted them with harassment, even threatened a minor with physical violence.
Yeah.
And then be all stunning and brave about it. This person has been thrown off Twitter twice for violent conduct and aggressive targeted harassment. For me, it is incumbent upon them to kind of monitor their staff and who they're associating with and what they're saying and what they're doing. And it's not like a case of, okay, fire her. It's the case of she should at least be a bit more considerate in terms of
but she won't,
condoning
she knows Benny, and Benny Cook thinks I'm a transphobic thing because of my I put up a few tweets last year on the whole issue, as you know. Now, obviously, at the time, those tweets caused a bit of an issue with them, and I did a couple of videos, as you know. Right?
Well, yeah, but listen, Tom Vance ended up having a row with a friend of mine on Twitter and said, look at the state of that, showed a picture of her. And then went on to call her a TERF, a trans exclusionary feminist. And it turned out that my friend is, in fact, a trans woman. And then he went, backtracking, trying to apologize, and then realized he'd got himself caught in a trap. And my friend took him through his paces and gave him a good old.
Look, at the end of the day, right, these people have been harassing and going and supporting people that have been harassing this fandom for 3 years, right? Now, I don't care whether it was that girl, whether it's Ben Cook or anybody else. If you're doing that and you're engaging in that behavior, well, then I am going to alert your employers. Now, I don't care. Personally, I don't care if they took the action and they ended up being fired. I wouldn't give a flying crap, right? It's not about cancelling someone, by the way. They've done something wrong. Right, and I think this is where we need to get away from this whole cancel culture when it comes to this. This is not cancel culture. This person is condoning bullying and condoning vile behavior, right? So if that was anywhere in the workplace, in a normal job, if it was one of us, we'd be fired.
Absolutely true. Absolutely
right?
true.
I want her to be either reprimanded for or to apologize, along with all the other little idiots. Now, that's not going to happen, but I'm not going to stop highlighting that, because at the end of the day, right, they're not going to go around and support this gobshite along with all the other people out there and accuse us of being bullying when they've been targeting and harassing us for the last, this particular account, the last 6 months maybe, since it was put up. But this has been an ongoing situation for the last 3 years. How many times have I had run-ins with Ben Cook, who also does some work for Doctor Who magazine?
Yeah, I mean, look,
and did the latest trailer, by the way, as well.
For 3 years, people like you, people like me, people within the Fandom Menace, before really the Fandom Menace coalesced, it coalesced because we were told that we were evil people, that we were this, that, istophobes, and all the rest of it. Even people like myself, who are part of the LGBT community, apparently, we are the wrong type. We've had death threats, we've had death wishes. I've been told that I should die of cancer, all because I was critical of the Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall era. And these people support people who treat people like that, and that surely must be called out at any level, because it's really slanderous, it's libelous, and it's really mean-spirited. And these people have been coming after us since the word go, and it's not okay anymore. We've had enough. We should be free to speak our minds and not be policed for our thoughts and our speech constantly. It's none of their damn business. If you can't handle reality, if you can't handle real life, then you need to seek help. It's not anything we do, it's what you do. If you listen, taking offense is a choice.
Yeah.
If you want to find offense in absolutely everything that someone says or does, then you need help, because that's the real world. It's different. People are different. We're not all part of some symbiotic one mass of people, right? You know, we all are individuals, and I'm sorry if you can't handle the word individual, because apparently, like a friend of mine was once told, actually a trans friend of mine was once told, if you're part of this belief system of freedom of speech, the cult of the individual is over. Now, I want that to sink in. The cult of the individual is over, is what my friend was told. That's fucking weird and frightening shit right there. Now, how can you be a cult of one person?
So as you can see, while Lee is talking, I have the video up for you again, for anybody that's late. So there's the news for you there. I knocked the music off this time, even though I don't have to, because it's YouTube. I found a way now of making sure that all my videos are monetized. I have to say the YouTube library is absolutely fantastic. The non-copyright music. So when I do a video now, I just upload it onto YouTube, and then I go into the editor and I put a little tune on it there, and then I'm able to do my videos now. But see this morning's video, it literally took 2 hours. I literally stayed up as far as I could. I think I went to bed at 11 o'clock this morning, and I'd received information bleeding early that morning. And I was just waiting on Bleeding YouTube. The second, it was madness. It was. There's the news. There's the actress that they've chosen to play the next Secret Doctor. Now, this was spoke about during series 11 and 12. After we seen Ruth Doctor, everybody was like speculating how many more of these doctors are actually out there. And it looks like there might be more. So there you go. I actually thought your woman, do you remember in the Timeless Children, do you remember the actress that was in that and she was acting all peculiar? I thought she was another doctor. But it was never explained who she was. It was explained who she was, but she wasn't another doctor. But I still have any suspicions about her too.
Who knows?
But thinking about it, and I hate to say this, but obviously she doesn't have the right color skin to be included in this, because if you think about it, he's cast Joe Martin, and now if this person
because there was, I think, a memo that went out, somewhere within the BBC that a white female doctor leading around people of color was problematic, because white feminism is now problematic. So I mean, you can't make it up. It's become dog eat dog, and that's very typical of this sort of behavior, because it's an ever decreasing circle. Once you get caught in this trap, it breaks down into smaller and smaller elements, and all you're creating is more division. You're creating segregation. You're creating the main focus being on race, on gender, and all these other things which are immutable constants, right? So you are making this the central pivot on that everything hangs off. It's divisive. It's going to be something that will just end up eating itself. And I think that's a goddamn shame, frankly, because I thought in the 90s and early 2000s, we were going towards a future where equality, not equity, was the key thing. And I find it very, very sad that
there she is there.
People are being used in this way.
So there you go. I mean, she's, as I said, though, she's been in a lot of TV shows. She's very she's a high caliber actress. So again, it's I don't know. It's like, do you know what? When I look, because I know who she is. She's in ER and all. Like, I know who she is. The thing about it is, it's like Chibnall is deliberately trying to get actresses that are better than the one he actually gave the role to. Because let's be honest, we've all said it. Joe Martin's doctor in the
I don't care. I want a good person playing the Doctor. I want it to be a man. The Doctor is a male role. I don't care what anyone says. There's absolutely nothing wrong with wanting, as Gary says, for one character in his own show to remain a man. Nothing wrong with that. And it's worked for over 55 years, or 50, whatever it was, 54 years. And again, that's a constant. That has been a constant. That was who the character was. And now it seems to me he's going over the cliff with trying to appease every minority group he can, not because he cares about minorities, but because he wants to be giving a pat on the back at cocktail parties. For me, that is not indicative of someone who gives a shit about the characters, the writing, the important stuff that matters. The fact is, the character works best as a male character. That's who the Doctor has always been until recently. The fact that the number of people that have tuned out this show exceeds those who are still watching the show is a problem, and it needs to be addressed. It doesn't work. There are, of course, a number of people who disagree with me fundamentally and aggressively that I'm wrong. Fair enough, but the numbers speak for themselves. We will see how this transpires. We look at the CW, where this is also very indicative. Their ratings tanked as well. It's not sustainable. I think it's doing an injustice and a disservice to people of color, to LGBT, because it makes a mockery out of it. It makes a mockery out of us because it's done in such a shallow way. It's done to tick boxes. I don't want to be part of something that is a tick box exercise. I want there to be at least a proper creative decision for why these things are happening, not just to be shoehorned in for the sake of it because it's mandated. It's that kind of mandated mentality denies creativity because you're not allowing creative choices. You're ever decreasing the number of creative choices by making it something which is just something that has to be done because of bureaucracy. Listen, all for inclusion and diversity. One of my favorite shows is The Expanse. Another one is The Awful. Again, a very diverse cast and crew. Love it. But that's because it's done right. And it saddens me that The Expanse is being cancelled when it's one of the prime examples of how to do a great show with a diverse cast and do it brilliantly. And yet Doctor Who, this travesty that's happened to it, and it's done so ham-fistedly, it is allowed to continue. It blows my mind, frankly. It really does. And I just think the whole thing is incredibly divisive, tone deaf. It's falling over itself to... it is a class thing as well. It's a middle-class fixation. Yeah. It denies the working class any sort of connectivity to this show. So it's not inclusive, it's exclusive. It's get on board with the message and the this progressive message, or you are a fascist, you are an Islamophobe. It's not true. This is a lie that's being sold to you. It's a shield to criticism, and it's all to hide a very sort of not a progressive ideology at all. It's a very oppressive ideology. It's one where they use threats, violence, shaming, name calling, libel, slander, all the rest of it to demonize anyone who doesn't agree. My trans friend on Twitter is gender critical, but is a trans woman. Yeah. So, people are far more complex and complicated than they allow you to think. As a gay man as well, I've said I don't want the Doctor to be gay. That's just the way it is. The character is not fixated on this kind of human fixation. I'm sorry, just isn't the case. And look, for consistency, the Doctor has always been a male. Have better female characters. Everyone complained that Moffat couldn't write female characters. Yeah. Well, get a woman writer in that can do them, but create new characters.
Yeah. Right, listen, I'm going to finish up, but before we do go, Alpha Omega has agreed to be my teammate tomorrow. So, Alpha Omega, thank you for that. Alpha
Good call, good choice.
And I'll message. So, he says he's crap at the picture round, but listen, mate, the first week I was great, and the last couple of weeks have been rubbish, so don't worry about it. Also, Chris Persia, one of our main mod in the chat, has told me there's a new rumor. Gina Carano might get her own Cara Dune spin-off.
Yes! Love her.
I will watch. Can't wait.
Yeah.
She is brilliant. No matter what our personal opinions are, you separate the art
and
the common
stuff about Rosario.
Well, it's different when someone calls everybody a Nazi, though. That's the
a black bisexual woman being harangued for an accusation of transphobia when the entire case was dropped by the person making the accusations, and still they come after her on Twitter. Isn't it amazing? She's a woman of color. She's also a member of the community, the LGBT community, and they still attack her.
Well, as you said,
wrong kind, apparently.
As you have always said, she isn't the right kind of gay, and that's the problem that we have in what? We're not talking about Rosario Dawson. Say again.
I was talking about Rosario Dawson.
Were you? Well, yes. I thought you were talking about Cara Dune.
No, I don't think she's gay.
All right. Well, who gives a crap anyway? Right, at the end of the day, not the right sort. Right, we've seen it time and time again. Right, the attack received our own. And that's why, and you're right, everything let's put someone in a category. Let's put someone in a nice little box. There is no individuality anymore, as Lee has pointed out. But listen, we could go on about this all night. We could talk about other stuff, but we're going to leave it there because it is supposed to be about Doctor Who news. So, Jodie Whittaker hasn't filmed anything. Apparently, she won't be filming until January. Also, we've been told, and this is common knowledge, by the way, this part of it, is that Netflix will lose Doctor Who, obviously, because, there's BritBox out there. But apparently, Series 13 is going to be dropped on the BBC iPlayer. And also, we've been told, what else did I say, Lee? Obviously, we've announced.
We've got the surprise Doctor and many I expect.
The quote that was, it's not difficult to film someone sleeping, which we're still trying to find out what that means.
Decide for that. Yeah. And a big last 5 minutes of the special will be.
The last 5 minutes apparently is going to be something spectacular. And we were right in the Spyfall news. We did say at the end of that episode that something spectacular was going to happen. I did reveal that the Master was going to appear, that it was his Tardis was going to fly beside the plane, and the plane was going to crash. And guess what happened? Everything happened. And what happened? I ended up getting taken down off YouTube for a week, and I had to stream on the other channel. Yeah. I was delighted because, for all those little haters, but look, I don't have to do that this time. Show the embargoed information. Hopefully that shuts a lot of people up now. There's still some.
And you got the Suntarans, so let's see.
Suntarans as well, And Alpha Omega. Thank you, Alpha.
You can't be a liar until it's proven one way or the other. So it's nonsense to say you're lying.
Alpha Omega, as usual, with an old super chat. Who gives a crap what Matrix Lord is up to? Let Joe say whatever Joe wants to say. Say hello to Alan for me, Joe. I don't care what that chap says, right? That chap has lost all credibility, right? And if he wants to keep going on and on and on, just look at his videos, right? People have had enough of his shit, right? There's more dislike to like ratio. And yes, it's nothing to do with me whatsoever because we've ignored the moron.
I haven't even gone on to his...
right? We've ignored him. So let him say what he wants to say. He's screaming into a void. Nobody takes him seriously anymore. He's lost all credibility. This is the man that said that filming had begun in October. He was wrong. Right? No, I won't. This is the man that said filming had begun in October and was wrong. This was the man that used a Twitter account that never spoke about Doctor Who news before as proof that filming had begun. They were wrong, right? That man has lost all credibility. All right? So don't be coming to me. Let me know what he's at. Don't give a shit, right? The man means nothing to me. He doesn't exist as far as I'm concerned. And if any of you had any sense, you wouldn't be listening to him anyway because he talks out of his arse. Say hello to Alan for me, please. Right? Nobody gives a shit what you have to say. Right? The only time he's relevant is when he's talking about me or he has stuff to say about me. Because if he doesn't talk about me, nobody watches his videos. So we all know what his little game is. So let him. Let him. It's just something popped up there. I just had to make no, because I'm sick and tired of it. Don't care anymore. Him and the other gobshite said they were going to stop. Yeah? But then that other gobshite retweeted a tweet of someone calling me a cunt. Right? So these people talk out our arses. Right? So I'm not putting up with it anymore. Right? So at the end of the day, shut your mouth. All right? Don't be talking about me. You've both lost credibility. All he is. Right? So leave me alone. End off. I don't give a crap about what he has to say anymore. He's lost credibility. End off. Right? He's the one that said filming. And by the way, he started a campaign against me, remember? Because he was so adamant that filming had begun in October. Did I get an apology? No, I didn't. He did a stupid little YouTube video to try justify the fact, oh, well, they weren't officially filming. They were doing exterior shots. And to try warm his way out of it. You've lost credibility. So shut up talking about me, mate. Do your videos like I told you. Do your little pizza videos. Do your little gaming videos. And do your little Doctor Who news videos, right? You stay away from me and stop talking about this channel, you moron. Lost all credibility. That man is a joke, right? He's a joke. I have no time for or anybody like him, like Mr. Tardis as well. Another fucking idiot. Both of them failed writers. Stony D with a $5 super chat. I'm getting rid of Jodie and Chibs. Won't help much. The Rock has set in at the BBC. I worry the next showrunner will be worse than now. Love you guys. Thank you, Stony D.
Oh, nice one. Thanks, Stony.
Stony, I don't know. Anybody at this stage would be better.
But you know, let a chihuahua, at this stage run Doctor Who. I mean, it can't get any worse.
Seriously, man. Seriously. Anybody is better than Jodie Whittaker right now and Chris Chibnall right now. And that's the sad thing about it.
It's not going to change until Common Purpose is weeded out of the BBC, and and until Piers Wenger and his cushy wages gets ousted, then unfortunately I doubt anything will change. And Tim Davie, if you're serious about this, then you have to do something about that, and that's really
anyway, I'm going to leave you all on something because Joe decided to pipe up again. So I will leave you with this, right? And this is undeniable proof that I'm legit, right? Just to show you all again, right? I don't think many of you, if you have watched me video, you have probably seen it. But if you didn't watch me video, you hadn't seen this. So I'm going to show you these two screenshots, right? Now, what's important about these screenshots? Well, you will see the time on each screenshot, right? And when you see the time on each screenshot, you will see that me, the Tardis released this information before the BBC. So, Joe, because I know you're ranting about how fake I am and shit, I want you to explain this one to me, son. Yeah? Right, where is it? I want you to explain this to me, right? Because this is so bloody funny. Right, hold on. Where's the post? I forgot to send them to myself because I'm a moron. Just bear with me for a second. No, because I want to end this once and for all, right? Because I'm sick and tired of this little asshole, along with the others, piping up every couple of weeks or so because he's jealous. And that's all it is, by the way, jealousy. Do you notice that he pipes up on the day that Downing into Comics did an article about me news again? It's always the same way. It's just pure jealousy. By the way, he put out a tweet out there begging people to not listen to me, but to listen to him. Right? So it's jealousy. right? I'm not afraid to do that. Listen, I don't think Joe understands, right? Or my wife or anybody else out there understands, right? I told you, Zara, you come after me. I don't give a flying fuck who you are. Don't care how big or small you are. You come and try to discredit me. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come. I am going
Breathe.
yeah, I am going to come after you like a ton of bricks, right? I'm not going to have anybody out there try to discredit me, right? Because at the end of the day, I don't lie. I've never lied, right? What would I have to gain? In fairness, though, what would I have to gain? Nothing. I don't have to gain. There's nothing for me to gain, right? Some people say, well, subs. Well, in fairness, trust me, getting all these subs is not worth all the hassle that I'm getting.
No.
And trust me on that. It's not. It's not. I would rather have me small. Listen, this sounds weird, but I'd rather have me small little channel back, right? Where it was peaceful, where I wasn't getting all of this shit. Right, so this is BBC. This is funny. This is funny. Right, Joe, I hope you're listening and watching me. Read and weep, you moron. Right, so I'm not legit. I'm fake news. I tell lies all the time. So BBC, after they dropped the trailer, they said, watch the trailer now, read more about the New Year's Day special and hear from showrunner Chris Chibnall. Now, as you can see, they released 4 photographs at 7:35 p.m. Now, you can all check this out yourselves. It's there in black and white for everybody to see. Right, so you're all paying attention at the time. 7:35 p.m., the 29th of November, 20. Now, are you watching, Joe? Embargoed until 7:25. But in reality, I was 10 minutes out. They didn't release it till another 10 minutes after the fact. But it still doesn't change the fact that at 7:10 p.m. on the 29th of November 20, I released embargoed information before the BBC. Now, Joe, look at same photographs, just in a different order. Do you see that, you little moron? You see that? Look at the time. Look at the time. 7:35, 7:10. 7:35 BBC, 7:10 me. So go and kiss me arse, Joe. All right? Go, and the rest of you as well out there that have been slandering me, saying that I'm fake news. Kiss my arse. All right? You're done. You're a spent force in this fandom because of your behavior. All you had to do was keep your mouth shut, keep your head down, continue to do your videos, and maybe then you would have been able to win back the support that you lost after your attacks on me. Because make no doubt, make no bones about it, Joe, the reason why your channel is not doing as well as it was before all of this nastiness is because you came after me and people could see right through you now.
His channel will do a lot better.
They could see how desperate you are. And you know what? It's sad to see because, you know, I did clash as a friend. But, you know, you always had a problem from day one when I start doing Doctor Who news. Day one, when I released my first video and you knew about me, you always had a problem. Because to you, in your little ego head, you're the only one that can give official Doctor Who news out there. Well, you're not. And in fairness, if you look at what you've said so far, you've gotten nothing right.
His channel will do a lot better if he just focused on doing his own thing rather than just spending 90% of his efforts trying to take you down.
So there you go. That's for everybody, even in the chat as well, and people that are watching at home that have accused me of lying. I hope that actually puts all of that to bed once and for all. You can clearly see that I released the photographs before BBC released them to the general public. Now, if you go and check the Facebook page, as well, it's the same thing, released at the same time because it's all automatic. But I released them at 7:10, right? So a full 15 minutes before BBC did. So how would I get those photographs if it was embargoed? Unless I actually had sources, hey? Exactly. So you know what? Let him say what he wants. Let him have his little rant. Let him do his little video. He'll get a good few views for that video anyway. I'm glad to help, by the way. Glad to help. Do you want to give me some of your revenue because you're talking about me anyway? So you might as well pay me as well if you're going to keep talking about me.
I think that's rent. Headspace rent.
Look, I didn't mean to do this, but I'm not going to have that little moron along with that other little twerp. They send me emails to apologize, and then all of a sudden, then they're attacking me again. Get away, get away! You have lost all. As I said, you have lost all
credibility.
Lost all credibility, right? And I'm not saying that my source will get everything right. And this has never been about that anyway. I just put the news out, but for you, you had to be right, but you were wrong. You said filming was started in October, but you were wrong. But then, do you know what? Some of these supporters will say, but you said Doctor Who wasn't filming anytime soon. Well, if you watch the next stream, you fucking morons, I actually say then in the next stream, oh, by the way, do you remember when I told you that filming might be happening anytime soon? Well, I have been informed that filming will begin in November.
I'd also like to point out that 4 weeks really isn't anytime soon anyway. That's still a whole month. You know, that is still quite a while. Irrelevant. Yeah, I know. But I mean, I'm just saying that anytime soon is like within the next couple of weeks.
Exactly.
It's 4 weeks.
Exactly.
Still quite a fair time.
Exactly. And that's, look, at the end of the day, let him. Go ahead. We love you, Noel, and you're always on point. Thank you, David. Travel through time. Listen, we'll get you on soon, mate. Because, we're going to be doing.
Yeah, and I'd just like to say as well that I've noticed that Dave's channel's been receiving a lot of hate for unknown reasons.
Well, we know who that's from.
Yeah, just stop it, will you? Just knock it off. Dave has done nothing wrong to anyone, and I'm sick to death. Listen, I've seen everything about what's happened there. And I think you guys should be ashamed for doing what you're doing today.
You know who's responsible there. It's because he has associations with me as well. And this is a thing that's annoying me. Daniel and others in this fandom, like David Travels Through Time, like Emma and a couple of others, have been targeted because they support this channel, right? It's disgraceful. But the attacks on David, we have we were highly. I say we kind of know with 98% certainty who's behind it, and it's a couple of people, and they're disgusting. And one person we had dealings with on this channel happens to be a woman. That's all. One is a woman, and one is a bloke. We won't say who the bloke is either, and we won't say who the woman is, but we know who they are. We know what you are up to, and you need to stop, right? You are a bunch of jealous, and that's all it is. Well done, Ted, pissing on the sofa there. Nice little.
15 minutes.
Yep. Oh. And with that, that's a good cliffhanger to end on. Ted pisses on the sofa. So remember, folks, if you do see YouTubers out there basically slamming me.
No, he's fans of being again.
Right? Oh, is he phantom being again?
He's just
oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, he does this right where he pretends to pee, so we give him attention. So he needs attention. So I'm going to give him some loving now. I'm going to play with him for a few minutes because if I don't.
When you ignore him for too long, he hikes, so you pay attention.
Oh, no, because he knows I give out to him when I do that. He wants the attention. He's a little weirdo. But
attention for Ted.
But all I'll say to you is out there before we finish, right? If you see this YouTuber slagging me off, and he's on Twitter slagging me off, which he will be, and more than likely he's probably on Facebook doing the same thing, ignore him. Ignore him. He just wants the attention. Now he's gotten the attention tonight. I've basically told him that he basically has lost credibility, and he has, right? So I wouldn't even be listening to him anymore. Do your pizza videos, man, right? And just fucking get on with it, right? Jesus Christ, there was even this is the funny thing. Oh, there's Neymar doing his thing again. Sorry, folks.
They can't see.
All right, I better. Yeah. Watch.
They can't watch. They don't see.
Well, of course they do. Put on the TV and you will see it. Right. Anyway.
Focus.
I will focus. Yeah. Right. Listen, she's right. I have to focus. Sorry. So listen, just ignore him. He's, as I said, he's lost all the credibility out there, and he was supported by all those other morons as well. So they've also lost credibility, So we're done. And if I do get any more news, right, I'll let you know. remember, this is the channel, and there are other channels out there, I will say that, but we've gotten a high success rate, and Lee, you'd agree with that as well, wouldn't you? We've had a high success rate.
Listen, I've been following your channel for quite a while, so
Yeah.
when you were doing your phone-ins, if I look, I don't class myself as particularly low IQ, quite honestly. Not bragging, but I'm not. But it doesn't take a genius to work out your success rate. And I challenge these people to prove evidence other, contrary.
Why is everybody writing a one? Is everybody doing a countdown to see how long it takes me to say goodbye? You know the ones there. I'm just wondering what the one. Oh no! Show Teddy some love and hit one. Oh, yous are all
one.
Listen, hopefully soon when because we've gotten the bank details sorted out now, and I'll finally be able to access my YouTube funds. I'm gonna get a little camera. That'll be the first little thing that I'm gonna buy, because I know a lot of you miss Teddy, and I actually miss having him sitting beside me when we do stream sometimes. Have to be honest, because you don't realize with no camera he just be jumping up on me all the time. He sits on my lap, and
he's waiting to be filmed.
Yeah, and
he's ready for his close-up.
As soon as he hears the music, right, of the trailer, he comes running towards me, jumps up on me, right, and I have to sit him up, and then he's staring at the screen. And it disappoints him because he used to see his face on the bloody screen, but he can't anymore now. And
diva.
So he's a bit of a diva, but Teddy is the channel kind of the channel mascot, and he's me little buddy. He's my little friend. If that never happened to him, I'll be devastated, man. We'll have him for a few more years anyway. That's we look after him. But he does this phantom pissing all the time. It's funny. Yeah, he's a bit different. So apparently he's having an embolism about me. That's good. Let him. I mean, look, several people. Here, hold on, actually. Will we go in and see what he's saying?
No, don't bother.
Come on, we take the piss out of him.
He started all this. He was going around slandering and libeling both of us, calling me evil like 4 times in like no, I think it was like 9 times in 3 tweets or something. It was just insane, really. And I look, he created this. And then he was the one who wanted to end this, but he couldn't help himself. Within a couple of weeks, he was already starting his campaign again. We didn't say anything, we didn't mention him once, but he started this whole thing up again. That doesn't smack me as someone who can keep a promise, quite frankly.
So the video he has, Doctor Who, the Zone is causing mass hysteria to get views and sub. And he goes, Jodie Whittaker isn't leaving Doctor Who yet. People are creating lies to get their views for their live stream because there is nothing to talk about. So Whovians are flat out liars. Stop the lie and unsubscribe. Oh, so you're telling people to unsubscribe to me? Fantastic.
All right, the very thing that he accused you of. Now. The very thing he accused you of.
Hey, Joe, think you need to get a life. Think you need to get a life. Think you need to get a life, and telling people to unsub. We'll see about that. Actually, no. Do you know what I'll do? Actually, I'm going to screenshot that. I'm going to pull it up on YouTube. I'll pull it up on Twitter. I want people to see what this idiot, because he is an idiot, right? Calling me a liar.
Yeah, he just can't seem to understand that what he's doing is libel and slander.
You want to believe a guy that said she's leaving every year with a secret regeneration film? No, just ignore the hate. But you're asking people to unsubscribe to me. Well, unfortunately for you, me subs have actually went up since I streamed on this stream. You're not going to be able to get people to unsubscribe to me, because I think what you forget is that most of the people that ended up subscribing to you subscribe to me. So And it's funny, the other YouTuber that hates on me as well. The funny thing is half of his subscribers subscribe to me as well, vice versa. So it hasn't had an impact, by the way. The more you talk about me, Joe, the more popular I get. The more you keep telling people that I'm a liar, and the more I keep proving I'm telling the truth, the more stupid you look. So keep going, keep making yourself look stupid, because that's what I'm good at doing, making people look stupid in this fandom, and you certainly are making it easy for me. So go ahead. That's rich coming from Joe. No, we'll say no more.
Well, he's projecting. That's what he always does. He projects and projects, rather than look at himself in any meaningful way.
Please sub to me because of you, the Tardis on.
Look, I'm sorry if you're so absolutely convinced of yourself and your superiority and that you're the one who's in the right, then surely stick to what you're doing rather than trying to take down someone else. It doesn't seem like the most spine-laden kind of thing to do.
A question that nobody's ever asked. So all of this so-called Doctor Who news that he's put out, yeah? Show me where he's been right before. Go on. I'll wait. Go back throughout all these videos that he's ever done. Remember, this guy took a break for a few years as well. So
I just want to remind everyone that Disaster Area fought like an absolute Jedi master.
Yeah, he did.
Try to stop all back and forth. And
Joe broke it.
100% promise, but only after Noel had to promise first he wouldn't mention him. And this is the first time Noel has brought him up since then. And Joe continues to make videos. So I don't know what the deal is. I really don't. It's embarrassing and sad, but let's not give him any more, because the best thing we can do is just ignore him.
Yeah.
No, I will.
Embarrassing.
No, I will now. I just wanted to say what I have to say, because I'll tell you why. It's been going on for a few weeks and I've kept my mouth closed, as you rightly have said. Right? And I've been saying it to Lady Rabbi and others that this chap continues to talk about me, and I have ignored it. But I'm not ignoring this one. If you're going to tell people to unsub me, he's literally telling people to unsub me.
I see that, and it's being out of order. But I think it also shows that even despite everything Joe has done and all he continues to do and all he continues to say, you've never once told people to unsubscribe to him.
No.
To ignore his channel.
Exactly.
If anything, he's just showing his insecurity.
It's obvious to everyone else who is the true bully, who's really trying to get subs and stuff, and who is in the wrong.
Yeah.
It's just not where it's embarrassing.
In fact, everyone, go and subscribe to Joe. Show him your love. He needs it.
Right, just to show you, I don't care if you see the revenue for the last week that I've made. Shut up for a minute. I'm just for a second. Right. So just to show you there, Joe, look at that. 1,868 subs, mate. 126 subs in the last 28 days. Your campaign to have me removed. Your campaign to turn people off me has failed. As I said, you people all seem to forget one thing. When you come after me, people come to my channel.
It's a Streisand effect.
To my channel and then end up subscribing because they can see for themselves that I'm actually telling the truth. So well done again.
Yeah, it is the Barbara Streisand effect, and they don't ever seem to learn. They keep making the same mistake. The more they talk about you, the more they draw attention to you.
So keep it up. Right, we're finished now. I've had me little rant. I've said what I've had to say. Doctor Who News is there as well. Remember, folks, like, share, subscribe. Get that video out there. Remember, I will have a text version of the news if you would prefer to share that over the live stream. I don't mind. Either way, the news will be put out again for you. I would like you to share that news. Get it out there. Try get as many people to see it as possible. Listen, I will make this clear, right? None of this has ever been about subs or likes or whatever, right? This is about getting the news out there. I don't care what comes with it. In fairness, to be honest with you, as I said, is it worth all the hassle that I get? Sometimes I do think no, right? but Cheryl will say no. But
And I've said it before, and I'll say it again, and I'll say it on every stream I need to. If for 1 second I knew you were making this stuff up and not getting stuff from sources which I see and I read and I hear first, believe me, this is all I hear about most of the time I'm awake or that Noel's awake. If he was doing this just for attention, I would literally shut this channel down myself because it's not worth it. It causes me a lot of stress and anxiety. I've dealt with a lot of shit I should not have to deal with just because other people don't like his videos. So to quote Lee, fuck off.
There we go.
The wife gets angry. But she's right. At the end of the day, right, there's one person in this room that would have no problem at telling people. She would actually go live on my channel and expose me.
I sure would when you're sleeping.
Yeah, because she doesn't.
I don't care.
Yeah, she doesn't.
Because it's still not what's right. And that's what pisses me off. Joe can have his own opinion. Joe can do whatever the shit he wants. But Joe brings a fucking lot of hate our way, and it's awful and it's uncomfortable and no one has to deal with it. And the stuff that I've had to deal with, and I've had to relive traumas that I'd really like to not relive as a result of these people coming after Noel and then by default wanting to come after me. Again, fuck the fuck right off. I don't give a shit about what Joe does on his channel. Noel doesn't give a shit. The only reason he knows is because a ton of people are constantly sending him messages, emails, texts, screenshots, whatever, being like, Joe's saying blah, 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 blah about you. And this is the first time he said anything because I have begged him not to. Again, if this was all fake and for attention, I would shut down this stream faster than any of you can say hashtag Phantom Pete.
I know that woman, and I'd expect her to do that because that's the type of woman I married. Someone that doesn't fucking take bullshit or doesn't fall for bullshit. Trust me, I show Cheryl everything I get, right? Because I always discuss it. Because that's how me and Cheryl met. We met through Doctor Who, so I like discussing what I get with Cheryl, and we do have a little chat about it before I even put it up.
Not only that, we disagree a lot.
Yes.
About a lot of things. If you've ever listened to the channel, you all know I do not hold the same opinions as Noel on a lot of things. That being said, he's still allowed to express his opinions. And if he's out of fucking line, I will tell him he's out of fucking line.
Oh, yes, you will.
And I'll do it on air. I don't care.
Yeah,
exactly. And you have done, Cheryl.
I know, and she will continue to do so because, as I said, that's the type of woman I married.
Cheryl
woman. I married a woman that has her own individuality, has a strong personality, and will call anybody out if they're bullshitting.
And as Cheryl has said many times, she is a progressive. She is pretty much the biggest SJW on the planet, but she's also not a
flag waving liberal. I am 100% not on the same page as a lot of you on a lot of your views. That being said, I still enjoy this community. I still enjoy the banter. And you know what happens when Noel starts talking shit I don't like about, or people on the panel start talking shit I don't like? I stop listening.
Yeah.
I go in the other room. I close the chat because I'm a grown-ass woman who knows how to be respectful to other people. But at a certain point, my fuse is really, really long. But when it explodes, you need to back the fuck up. Seriously, unleash some serious amount of shit your way.
Well,
that's why we love you, Cheryl.
With that, you know what? Cheryl never normally gets the last word. So I'm going to say goodnight. Lee's going to say goodnight. Say goodnight, Lee.
Good night.
Moderators, thank you. Everybody that gave me a super chat as well. I really appreciate it. And justice for Teddy. Why? What's that justice for Teddy? What's going on?
For his Phantom Pete.
All right, for his Phantom
Phantom
Pete.
Pete is our new hashtag.
Okay, is it? Okay. So I'm going to say goodnight, and I'm going to give the last word to Cheryl. So we let Cheryl end the stream on a positive note. Is there anything positive you would like to end the stream on, love?
Yes, I would say I love that this community has differing opinions and differing viewpoints, but we can all still work it out. And for the most part, a lot of people can be respectful and you can disagree and you can debate that way. So let's just do what we all should do. And the thing that brings us all together, which is what the doctor said, be kind.
Never a truer word said. And with that, I'm going to say good night. See you tomorrow for the Mandalorian and the quiz on Rabbi's channel. And, you know, because we haven't been able to, we're going to just keep the watch-alongs where they are for now, because I still haven't decided what I'm going to do for Sunday. So just remind everybody that the watch-alongs are still this weekend, right? So Saturday is Classic Who. Sunday will be New Who. So sorry for the confusion. I will be doing something. It will be swapped around eventually. It's just I'm thinking maybe I should just wait till January to do it. Start doing new things on the channel. But we'll keep the panels the way they are because, you know, when I was, I felt a bit bad, to be quite honest with you, because there were certain panelists that weren't going to be on panels, and I like having them on. So we will sort it all out in January. So we're still going to stay to normal, right? So, right, so I'm going to go. So what have we got on Friday? We have this. So the Tardis Zone talks every Friday. Listen, that's one of my favorite little videos. It's the shortest one that we have, but I just love the way he designed it, the way it spins around and stuff. It's fantastic. But on Saturday nights, we have this. Every Saturday, 7 p.m. Classic Who. What's this week's story, Lee? Do you remember?
Sorry, you were crackling in there. I couldn't hear you.
I said, what's the next story? We did Pyramids of Mars. So did we pick
it's the Five
this
Doctors.
week's story?
It's the Five Doctors.
Oh, Five Doctors. That's what it is. It was Lee's choice. Good choice.
Yes.
Good choice. Right, and on Sunday we have the conclusion of our watch along, and it is Chris, we were supposed to start the new timetable, but unfortunately, Ninja Knight is on the missing list because he's obviously moving, and also because we didn't do the Mandalorian review tonight, we'll have to do it tomorrow. So I might as well just bloody leave it the way it was. Sure, everybody was happy with the way it was. I just wanted to shake things up a little bit. Sometimes you're better off just leaving it the way it is.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, exactly. Right, I'm leaving now. Here's the channel trailer. All work done by Lee, by the way. If you're looking for some work for your channel rebrand, Lee is your man, reasonable prices and all of that. Right, here's the channel trailer. Good night. Say good night, Cheryl.
Good night.
Lee.
Good night.
And
Cheers.
good night. And thanks, moderators, and thanks everybody for the super chats and taking part. And if any new people are in the chat, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you.